Welcome back, YouTube. This is part 2 of my movie review of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Where I left off in the part 1 is basically a summary of the movie. I would like to go through the cast of this movie. So, in the cast, we had Alex, Spencer, Anthony, Bethany, and Martha. These were the These were the 5 students that went into the game Jumanji. When they went into the game, they went under the characters in the game. Alex was Seaplane McDouglas. Spencer was Smolder Bravestone. Anthony was Mouse Finbar. Bethany was Sheldon Shelby Osborne. And Martha was Ruby Roundhouse. Now these characters in the game were played by different actors. So the actors that were the high school characters were actually played differently in the cast inside the video game. So in the video game, Seaplane McDouglas was played by Nick Jonas. Smolder Bravestone was played by Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. Mouse Finbar was played by Kevin Hart. Sheldon, or Shelly, Osborne was played by Jack Black. And Ruby Roundhouse was played by Karen Gilligan. I hope I'm saying that right. So you had a cast of 10 actors and actresses, and you had a cast of 10 people, male and female. On the outside, they were normal people, but in the game, their alternative reality characters were played by a whole new cast of 5, that's unique to this film, and to any movie I've seen where the original characters are portrayed by different actors. Now, that goes to say, in other movies, when they start out young, you have a young cast, and as they get older, they're played by different actors. Yes, it's done in a lot of movies, but in a game, in this movie, you never really saw a lot of the original 5 characters in high school. You mostly saw them inside the game, played by big time name actors, which, if you ask me, it would have been great to see the original 5 inside the game, instead of seeing a cast that were portraying the characters in the game. It's just my opinion. I did like it. I enjoyed it, but that's just my opinion. Now, from the first part, they said that Jumanji was going to be remade in 2012. It was rumored. A lot of people on social media and everything were not happy, due to the fact that a year prior to this, 2 years prior to this, we had lost Robin Williams. And he was the main actor and character in the movie Jumanji. And a lot of people still miss him, and we do, but he made that movie what it is. And if you were to remake it without him, it's an insult to injury. And a lot of people were upset. A lot of people were just like, oh, great. You really just went into a bad place. And people were on the fence to see if this was actually going to work. Now, they did a lot of different side scripts. They went through a lot of different directions on trying to make a remake based on the original. but they went on a unique concept where they brought the game itself, the board game, into the modern day era, which we know today. So the creation of the game, Welcome to the Jungle, was more of a modern day Jumanji video game. What I mean is an MORP video game where you role played as a character, like in Skyrim or Elder Scrolls or EverQuest. You basically played as a character, or Final Fantasy, sorry. And you play as a character and you have different skills, you have different weaknesses, and you have 3 lives. Now these characters find out that, each character has their own traits and skills to help work to win the game. That was the pitch, and it worked. But nevertheless, it's not really considered a sequel to the original movie. Yes, you had little Easter eggs of when they meet up with Seaplane, there's an Easter egg of on the wall of the hut he lives in, Alan Parrish was here. Yes, that was an Easter egg based on, Robin Williams' character, Alan Parrish, who perished in the in the board game, and was saved because someone rolled a 6 and a 7. And got him out of the game. So, there was another little Easter egg where you had the original board game based on the first Jumanji, which was buried away, gone. It finds itself in 1996, which that was 2 years after the original had taken place. Yes, they were following a good timeline there, but in 1996, we were just introduced with the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation, and the Xbox, I believe. They were just now starting to hit mainstream. We still had Super Nintendo, we still had Sega, we still had N64, GameCube. We still had different consoles out. It wasn't until they took it to 2017, prior modern day, not present, now that we're in 2018, but they brought it into mainstream, what we now know today. And reimagined the game, the story, the concept, and made this film come to life. With all that said, I would not consider this a sequel. I would not consider this a sequel at all. I would consider this a remake of the original movie because they left the original movie intact. They didn't go and make a sequel based on that and trash it like most sequels usually do. Now, there are some that they keep the integrity of the original movie intact, and they try to, lead off from where it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But right now, what Hollywood is doing is trying to make easy money. If they can make a franchise out of it, they're going to make a franchise out of it. I hate to say it, but that's what Hollywood's doing. They're not listening to the fans. They're not listening to the critics. Because it's all about money. Money, sex, action, it sells. You can have a good story. But if you don't have those 3 things, it ain't gonna fly. Sorry. If this offends anyone, I'm really sorry. But this is my opinion of what I've seen. Reviewing movies and enjoying movies. and hearing new movies coming up on big screen, it's like we're in a funk. Hollywood's in a funk. They really can't seem to come up with anything creative. Yes, we've lost a lot of actors. Yes, we lost a lot of good directors. They're getting old. That's life. But we lost the storytell making aspect of making movies. Now I'm ranting, and I think that's for a different video. So, in all, to summarize this, and to end this video, I would rate this movie on an 8 out of 10. Would I recommend it for anyone that is willing to watch it? Yes. It's funny. You're gonna laugh. If you haven't seen the original one, go back and watch it. Go to your local video store, stream it on any, mobile device or whatever. Watch it. And then, if you want to watch the second one and see if there are similarities, if it does correlate, or if it does follow the same timeline, then tell me I was wrong. Or just leave in the comments down below and say, hey, you messed up on this one, but, hey, you didn't talk about this. It's okay. I'm leaving it up to you. But this has been your movie review with Corey. And as always, I thank you and enjoy. This is Corey, signing out.